So today we're going to give you 4 steps to get from feeling like others are better than you or comparing yourself to others in a negative way to feeling naturally and authentically confident and knowing that you're good enough, that you're more than good enough.
Hi, we're Stephen O'Deal Remmert, founders of the Remmert Method. And today's topic is how to stop comparing yourself to others.
Yes, so this was actually a question we had from someone on a comment in one of our Facebook group, one of our posts in the Facebook group. And it's such a great question because I know I used to have this. I think you did as well. You've never had it. And so it's a common.
I think we all have it to a certain degree, right? How is it that we are all comparing ourselves to each other? How does that work?
Well, one of the things that we know is from the work we do with childhood memories is that the belief that others are better than us is proven by childhood memories. So there's evidence in the unconscious part of the brain from childhood experiences that proves I'm not good enough or others are better than me, that kind of thing. And you know, that's not true, but the childhood memories prove it because of our experiences through childhood, and the unconscious part of the brain can't use logic or reason. And that's why it can be so hard to change that belief without changing that evidence. So today we're going to give you 4 steps to get from feeling like others are better than you or comparing yourself to others in a negative way to feeling naturally and authentically confident and knowing that you're good enough, that you're more than good enough.
The one thing that I think would be helpful is if you could just clarify a little bit about how is it that the childhood memories are providing that proof that we're not good enough.
Yes, of course.
Does that make sense? I think that could be a brand new concept for some folks.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So from birth, the unconscious part of the brain is interpreting and collecting bits of information that prove who we are and how the world works. So it forms our self-image and worldview. That's how we develop our personalities and our understanding of the world. And so during childhood, and it's a very complex thing, so there's lots of different pieces, but if you find, like we did, that you have lack of confidence or that you're feeling you're comparing yourself to others in a negative way, it means that in the unconscious part of your brain there are traces of memories from childhood, unconscious memories that are providing that proof, so that in the moment now, as an adult, in the moment, your brain is constantly referring to that information to determine who you are, how the world works, what things mean, and then pumping chemicals into your system that create those feelings. So, for example, if you have memories of being bullied or feeling, insecure in your relationship with your parents, it doesn't even need to be trauma. It can just be, ordinary things, the loss, moving house. There's all kinds of stuff like that. If you have enough of those and the combination of them forms a foundation for a low self-image, in this moment now, your brain's referring to that and then putting stress chemicals into your system, which you consciously register as feeling insecure or worried or not good enough. And then your conscious mind looks for reasons for that to make sense of it. And then as you do that, of course, you create more of those chemicals. And so it becomes a perpetuating pattern. So by changing those childhood memories to the opposite, positive and empowering, so that they prove you are loved, you are safe, you are valued, then in every moment now, the unconscious part of your brain is referring to that evidence and putting feel-good chemicals into your system instead of stress chemicals, and you don't feel those stressed, those negative emotions. Instead, you feel naturally confident. And so that affects, of course, all of your relationships and the experiences you have.
Yeah, and if you'd like a little bit more of an expanded definition of that or an explanation of that, check out the links below in the description for a little bit more information and some other videos that kind of explain that whole process a little bit more.
All right, so the 4 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So the first step is to do whatever it takes to get into a state of feeling good. And the reason for this is that when you're feeling any negative emotion, that's stress chemicals in your system. And one of the effects of stress chemicals is it causes the blood to drain from the prefrontal cortex of your brain, the front of the brain there where we do our cognitive thinking, to the back of the brain for survival. Mm-hmm. So that means whenever you're feeling a negative emotion, you literally can't think straight. So we want to bring that part of the brain back online to make sure that you're able to do the rest of the steps. And so ideas for that would be listening to music you love. Just take a deep breath, think of your favorite color and imagine being surrounded by that beautiful color and focus on that. You can also, physical exercise, one of the best ways of changing your brain and body chemistry. Even if it's just taking a walk, listening to an uplifting audiobook, you can think of things to be grateful for. Did I say listen to music you love? Yes, I did. You can dance.
And I was going to say that, we'll provide another link to some other ideas for helping you get into that feel-good state, that feel-good chemical state.
Right. So once you're feeling good, so you've switched your brain and body chemistry from stress chemicals to feel-good chemicals. And we have a little 2-minute technique. I forgot about that we'll share the link in the description here to that video. Once you've done that, then you're ready to move on to step 2. Step 2 will be asking yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, how do I know that others are better than me? Or that I'm not good enough, whatever wording applies to you. Then how does that feel? And then where in my childhood did I feel that feeling? And it may be a completely different topic, but will be the same feeling. So for example, how do I know that others are better than me? Well, because every time I try to achieve something, I can't do it. Other people can do it and I can't do it. That's the answer to that one. The second question, how does that feel? Mm-hmm. It feels like I'll never achieve anything and I'm worthless. I'm useless. And now where did I feel that feeling of being, I'll never achieve anything, I'm worthless, I'm useless in my childhood? And that may be being bullied in school or my parents.
Something a parent said, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So whatever that is, and then make a list of those memories that you can remember. And there's no need to spend any time in them. So don't spend time in those memories. Don't go into detail. Just make a note, a couple of words to identify them for yourself and an approximate age, and put them in order of age from the earliest onwards.
Yeah.
Then step 3 will be to change those memories to the opposite, positive and empowering. And in order to do that, we're going to put a link in the description below that will give you a video, that will take you step by step through changing those memories. So you can just watch that video, follow along with it, and just keep rewinding it and playing it through to change each of those memories.
Mm-hmm. So the subconscious is in the moment. So the moment we feel that activation, that moment that we feel like we're being compared to other people, mm-hmm. the subconscious is actually drawing that information from what we experienced mm-hmm. as children. So it is making a link in the moment that the way that I need to react, the way that I'm reacting in the moment is actually standing on the foundation of what I felt back there as a child. Mm-hmm. And then what the subconscious is doing is it is making that connection. There's a connection to predictability. Mm-hmm. So that in this moment, I already have an idea of how to react in this moment, but it's based upon what was there, what built that foundation in the past. Mm-hmm. So if I'm in a situation where would naturally be with other people or in being compared to other people, I know how to feel in that moment based upon how I felt as a child.
Mm-hmm. So once you've created those new memories, make sure you practice them. So by playing them over and over with the feelings as described in that video that we're going to share in the description. In addition to that, you can create new memories from scratch. So if you can't find any negative memories, you can just create new memories from scratch, or you can do it add to those that you've changed.
Mm-hmm.
And in the description, again, we'll put a link to what we call bookmark memories. So if you look in the description, you'll see bookmark memories, and that link will take you to 6 bookmark memories that are memories you can use as kind of templates. So practice all of those with the good feeling so that you are creating those new, so what Steve was talking about, the links, that you're creating new links in your brain. Literally, by the way, this is neurons connecting, this is neural networks.
Mm-hmm.
So step 4 then is moving forward. Every time you find yourself starting to compare yourself to someone else or starting to feel any negative emotion, immediately redirect your brain to the new memories that prove that you are worthy, loved, and safe, and play those new memories in that moment. And as you do that, you're making different neural connections and producing different chemicals. And as you continue to do that, you will change your basic biology as far and as well as the links in your brain, as far as your comparison to other people. And it'll be authentic and natural and automatic.
And metaphorically, what I do for myself when I think about that, when I have that feeling of being compared, comparing myself to others, or in the past when I've felt that trigger, now I've gotten to that place of being able to recognize that that trigger is not coming from the adult me. It's coming from, this metaphorical little me that is back there still holding on to those negative memories. So by changing the memories and changing what that little me knows or what that little me experiences, I can, if there is a trigger, I can remind that little me that no, everything is really actually safe. You're loved, you're acknowledged. You think, you have that new feeling, those new foundations to be standing on as you're approaching whatever's happening in the moment.
Right. Perfect. As always, let us know if you have any questions. We love answering questions. You can leave your questions in the comments below or find us on social media. And if you need more help, we do offer a limited number of one-to-one sessions. You can go to our website, theremmertmethod.com, for more information on that. And our book as well. We have a book out called Change What Happened to You. So we're looking forward to seeing you in the next video.